Oh, he always does the clap and I forget about it. Storyville, episode 11. We're here. It is Storyville, episode 11, where your stories are the stories. Thank you so much again for hanging. Do I got sleep in my eye? We'll check it. We're going to do something different now. That's what we're going to do, is we're going to shoot episodes a week in advance. No more of this delayed bullshit. No more of episode coming out Thursday, Friday, or even a week late. If you haven't checked it out, go check out episode 10. It's up. It's fucking awesome. But yes, from now on, we're shooting episodes a week in advance, so you guys have more time to get me your stories, have more time to edit, make these episodes perfect, make sure nothing happens or screws up. Also, next week, we'll probably do a hair reveal. I'm thinking a hair reveal. I think that'd be pretty dope. A little bit of a, we're just trying to grow it out. Look, it's not as bad as some people in this household, but you know, it's getting to the point where I'm getting older and I don't care that much about my hair. I don't. I'm a strong man. I'm a funny man. I got a decent piece on me. So I don't really worry about the hair. I don't. But in this business, hair, eyes and teeth, they make a difference. So this is all just me bashing on myself. I love myself. We're gonna have to cut most of this right off the start. Well, that's a reference to anyone in the past that didn't love me. Do you love me? Benji, you love me, don't you? You better sit down, you motherfucker. You start walking around again. Anyway, as always, guys, what am I drinking? It's coffee, because we're shooting today in the daylight for the first time, because we're shooting these in advance. This coffee, I know what you're thinking, Alex, that coffee looks mixed with milk or sugar. That's not your style. You're usually a black coffee man. You're right. Well, but that's because I have a new sponsor here on the Storyville Podcast. A new sponsor is Brew Shockalaka. Anyway, Brew Shockalaka, dude. It's zero sugar, which I love. And it's MCT oil. Smooth energy, 200 milligrams of naturally sourced caffeine. They have a Cogniti Q, which is formulated and proven to optimize brain health. If you drink them every day, which I drink coffee 2 times a day. Versatility in the way it fucking helps your body and get this energy through your body. It's got keto collagens, nootropics, and fiber, which basically means you don't shit as hard on it. I was one of my biggest things, man, is I would shit my brains out whenever I would drink coffee. And this, I stopped drinking, I started drinking this. I don't shit. I don't have to shit anymore. I haven't shit in 4 days. No sugars, including zero sugars added. It's also got a gram of protein. No other coffee has a gram of protein in it. Perfect, dude. This thing is, I'm not kidding you. Guys, I've had 100 people come to me and be like, we want to be this drink that you say. When I say 100 people, about 2 or 3 have come to me like, we want to be the drink that you say. What am I drinking? As always, what am I drinking? It's Brew Shockalaka. And I'm not kidding you. I met this guy when I was in Texas. Texas was a fruitful. This has been 3 of the best and 3 of the worst months of my life. It's crazy. So Brew Shockalaka, he's a guy out there accompanied by 2 buddies from episode 10. They introduced me to a man named Max Fairchild and his beautiful girl out there. They are just bodybuilding weirdos. But they have come up with a really great idea. Brew Shockalaka it really is fucking great, man. And I'm not just saying this. I don't just go around drinking anything. If you know me, I don't just go out there drinking. I'm not drinking any kind of bullshit. I try not to eat bullshit because I don't like working out. I'm lazy some days. I like to just think, sit on the couch. Because I'm a sad, depressed man. Sometimes I just wallow. I'm a wallower. I like wallowing. And sometimes I can't work out when you wallow. I've been forcing myself to. Been trying to change. Been trying to heal different ways. This guy has 1 fucking arm. He has 1 arm, and he continues to be shredded. And he he's got this wonderful new thing that they're starting to get in 7-Elevens. They're starting to get everywhere. And look, 7-Eleven is not usually the image of health, but Brew Shockalaka, holy shit. So these cans kind of stink. They sent me a rendering of the new cans, and they're fucking awesome. Brew Shockalaka. Go check them out. I love it. I really do. Takes a sip. What have I been doing? I just mentioned a bunch of Texas. I've been in Texas, dude. I've been in Texas, son. Oh, yeah. I've been in Texas. Texas was, again, one of the most up and down. It was just it was a fucking microcosm of how this last 3 months have been for me. It We get to Texas. It starts off great, right? Pick up the rental, get upgraded to a big, beautiful Jeep Grand Cherokee. It's awesome. I get to the hotel. It's a shithole. They lied. Wyndham, stay away from Wyndhams. It's crazy. I'm a Marriott Bonvoy guy all the way. Bonvoy would never, ever do that to me. The pictures looked incredible. They were absolutely incredible. I used some of my points and my airlines to be able to fly old Zachy Poo down because we got something cooking that hopefully in the next few weeks we can kind of also bring to light and put something out there and explain to the world what we've been doing. But he came to Texas and he documented. That's a little sneak. That's a word to help you understand what's going on. The hotel was shite. Wyndham suck. Fuck you, Wyndham. Your pictures looked amazing. I think you fake reviews online. But we get there, but the commercial shoot goes awesome. The commercial shoot went awesome. You do things and you go, I know I want to do this and I know I can do this. I don't care about being a star. I don't want to be a star. I want to do stand-up because I love stand-up. I love making people laugh. I love getting my thoughts out there. I wasn't listened to as a child, and this is a way that I can go up there and be listened to and be agreed with. So that's part of why I love stand-up, but I also love it just because it's my community of people. It's people I love, and it's a really good just reflection of who I am and the people I want to be around. So, which is, there's a lot of different things to that, right? You have the good and the bad with it, but that's life. And so I love stand-up. Acting is one of those ones I always knew I could do. It was easy. This is going to sound a little douchey, a little unhumble. It's fucking easy, man. And all I have to do is be vulnerable, and all I have to do is make it funny. You mean the things I do day-to-day basis? Cool. I'll do that. Day-to-day basis. You want Alex, day-to-day basis Alex, and you're going to pay me to be Alex? Easy. So I did, and we fucking nailed it, man. It was awesome. It was so fucking fun. And that's what I've realized when I start doing projects like this, or I start doing things, is, so many times I don't want to do things just for myself, but I realize that's kind of what helps me move through things. I want to do them for I'm doing this for me. I want to do this, right? But this person asked me to do it, so I can't let them down, right? It's like that in anything. I'm starting to realize that as I grow up and I move through life, is I'm doing everything for me, and ultimately it is my life. I want to be comfortable and happy with the decisions in my life that I've done. I want to be comfortable. I don't need this. If I think I'm doing something for someone else, I don't want to do that, right? But the reason I want to live my best life, the reason I want to be the best that I can be, is because I don't want to let the person that I've decided to let into this, or the person that's given me this opportunity down. And you could take that with anything, with work, right? You could take that with commercials. Somebody books you in a commercial. They say, I need you to be funny. I need you to make this script good. I need you to make this character pop. You go, okay, of course I can do that. Duh, I'm going to do that. You're going to pay me money? Great. I love doing this. That's the ego. But then you take away the ego and you go, but I can't let this person down. They trusted me. So that's what this was. And I fucking I wasn't nervous, but I was worried because I hadn't done it in a while. And it really was just a confidence building day. I knocked this shit out of the park. It couldn't have gone better. It was so fun. It all came back. I had a great fucking time. I really did. So that was awesome. And it reminded me of a thing of I was nervous, and you take risks, and there's so many other things I could have been doing, so many other things in my life that were going wrong and not going great, but I was able to focus in and kind of nail this, and it was fucking fun, man. It was really fun. It gives you confidence that I can do more stuff like this, right? I go, okay, I can do that. I can do that too. Okay, cool. Whatever pushes me towards the kind of life I want to live, as I get older, and provides me with the type of life I want as I get older, and I can watch my little children grow and send my wife to the fucking store to get whatever go yard bag she wants to get. It was fun, man. That part of Texas was great. Then we had a bunch of South by Southwest spots. My manager Jake was in town. So we got to go hang out. I got to catch up with a lot of old friends that I hadn't seen in a while. That was awesome. The shows went very good. The first show I bombed. Takes a sip. We went out to Sunset Strip Comedy in Texas, right? Started doing some shows out there at Sunset Strip Comedy. Christina Alvarado and Brian Redband, they own it. It's out there in Texas. It's out there on Sunset. It's out there on 6th Street in Austin, Texas. And did 3 shows. The first one absolutely bombed. Very funny. It was very strange. I don't know why. I was just coming off set. I was tired. But it seemed like being a good show. The hang in the green room was impeccable. The hang was an incredible. Tommy Pope was in there. Red Band was in there. Old Matt Ross was in there. Matty Stew was in there. I was in there. Rachel Wolfson was in there. Rachel Wolfson, was that her name? I don't remember. I'm going to have to cut that. Bianca Parado was in there. Just Christine Alvarado herself was in there, dude. Just absolutely hot hang. Just a hot hang. So then everybody's kind of going up, and here's the telltale sign. If people are coming off stage going, that sucked, then you're like, oh, okay, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe they just didn't do good. But everybody's coming off stage just going, yeah, they're cool. And we're all having a great hang. We don't even notice. And I'm like, oh, whatever. Okay, great hang. Cool. Oh, they're cool. Great. It's a great hang. They're cool. We're cool. We're having a good time. It's going to go great. You forget that means they're boring. You forget that means they're not bad. They're just no fun. Which in certain rooms, they got to be fun. If they're not fun, you're not going to have a good time. And Francisco was the comic before me, also part of the hang. So fun. So good to see him again. I made fun of him. I go up and go, give it up for Francisco. He's one of the good ones. He got nothing. And in Texas, especially during all this ICE deportations, I was like, well, the half of the crowd that would have liked that got deported. Nothing. So I was like, oh boy, this is going to suck. So we just kind of start trudging along, and it just was fine. It was fine, which is bummer because, that's my first set back. Everybody's been like, here comes Alex, back from the road. What's he going to do? And then you do that. So anyway, I'll go up the next 2 nights there, and the shows are absolute crushing. They were great. We had fun. It was awesome. It's good to be back in Austin. Got hangs in everywhere. Got to see Creek. Got booked. Here's a cool thing. Skank Fest in New Orleans. Booked that because of that old Rebecca Trent, who runs Creek in the Cave, also helps co-owns Skank Fest. It's going to New Orleans, my hometown. She offered me a spot, so I'm very excited to do that. That's going to be awesome. November 14th through 16th. Mid-November. Skank Fest in New Orleans. So if you're a comedy fan and you're not there, you got to be there. I've heard so many things. You've heard so many things about Skank Fest. I'm excited to be there. It's going to be great. Now we leave Austin because we have our first headlining show of the run of Texas in Secret Group. And the show was canceled. I sold 0 tickets. Right? But I remember thinking, it's not so bad. Because even Andrew Youngblood, the owner of that club, Secret Group down there, Secret Group, I cannot say that word, Secret Group down there, was like, hey man, we didn't sell any tickets, we had to cancel the show, I'm so sorry. But he got me a bunch of spots. So I got to go to Rudyard's, which is a really great place. It's called The Riot. It's another club. I did a spot there. I did a spot in an all-black room. I can't remember the name of it. But it's fun being the only white dude. It's fun being the only white dude. I grew up doing rooms like that, right? New Orleans. And, after the set, my beer spilled at one point when I was kind of rolling. We were having a good time. My beer spilled, and I blamed it on 2 black girls in front. I was like, black girl magic. It got a big old pop. You have to dangle racism. You have to dangle like, am I racist? Or did I just grow up around black people? It's a very fine line, right? So that was awesome. I got the very awesome respect, right? Out of the black comic as I left, which is that's just a hard, I'd rather that than a blowjob some nights. That the black dude just go, respect, boy. So that was cool. That was really great. But it's sad too, right? But, Andrew, to his credit, out there in Secret Group, Houston, one of the best clubs in the country, just really good to comics. He honored my hotel, so I got to have a hotel. We're going to reschedule. Houston, we're going to reschedule. I don't even know who I'm pleading to right now. I'm like, Houston, we're going to reschedule. You didn't buy tickets, go fuck yourself. I promise we're going to reschedule. You didn't buy tickets. So if you want to come see me in Houston, man, we're gonna pump it. We're gonna pump it. And we're going to come back to Houston. We're going to come back triumphantly to Houston. So then we drive back up, tail between our legs, kind of feeling a little defeated, kind of feeling like, shit, all right, this is the thing. First show I ever did on the road with Matt was in Houston. At that venue. Here it's flip 2, 4 years later, I'm selling 0 tickets. All right, the juxtaposition of, careers and how things go. But I'm excited, man. It just means I got to work harder. It really is. And I knew I had fucking so many things to look forward to. We went back to Austin. We kind of knocked out some more sets, knocked out some more spots, some handshaking, kissing babies, that kind of thing. And then we went on up to fucking Big Laugh Comedy Club in Fort Worth, and man, what a hoot. We sold 25 tickets, which look, that's 250,000% more than we sold in Houston, but it was awesome. We did the little room. They got a great club down there. The hotel is right next to the club. It's beautiful. Big Laugh. You were fucking doing it right. Brandon Lewin paid me immediately after I got off stage. It was awesome, dude. We sold some merch. We got to meet some people, some fans that had seen me before, some new fans. That was the coolest thing, is meet people that are new fans. We crushed. It was absolutely awesome. Shot episode 10 there because of all the issues in the green room, which is out now. You go check it out. Got to hang out with Jordan and Eli Brady, two of my oldest friends in the world. Met them playing college football. We talk about it all back there in episode 10. But I'm having a cigarette before the show. I always like it. It's one of my things. I like having a cigarette before shows. And you could smoke in almost any green room in the country. And there's no smoking signs. I just didn't even realize. So I'm smoking. I get done smoking. The show's about to happen. Manager comes in and goes, "Did you smoke a cigarette?" Takes a sip. Oh yeah, he goes, "Do a restaurant." They instantly hate me. The manager hates me. The sound guy is furious because he's also helping seat. People have to walk by the green room. It just smells like smoke. And I go, "Oh my God." And sure, it's a restaurant. Every club's a restaurant. But I didn't realize that green room's vent is directly backed up to the kitchen. So it's just filled with smoke in there now. Pissed. They're furious. And so now I'm going, you already only sold 25 tickets. Don't even dare tell them what happened in Houston. If you don't crush, you'll never work in this town again. I apologize. That was very dumb. I didn't even realize, it's kind of, he's like, "No, it's fine. I should have told you." But, fuck, man, fuck. They're all pissed, right? Because they're like, a health code violation. You could shut us down. We're a brand new business. You only sold 25 tickets, you son of a bitch. But we went out crushed. I mean, absolutely murdered. BJ, the comic, the local comic out there, he hung out with us. It was awesome. So much fun, man. I got to follow him back on Instagram. Actually, I totally forgot to do that. And after, you could tell it's like nothing even happened. They were all being nice. They were like, "Yeah." I signed the wall. We took a pic. So it was awesome. Everything was okay. And then I went out and hung out with, Eli and Harland and old Jordan. And that's where I met old Max Fairchild with Brew Shockalaka. And Texas was great, man. That's what Texas was. That's where I have been. Now, where am I going to be? Vancouver in April 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th. I am in Vancouver at Rick Bronson's House of Comedy in Vancouver, Canada, with Trix, the comedian. He's an old friend. He knows how the game is. He knows clubs that I want to get into. So he's like, "Come do this club, come feature, come have a hell of a fucking time." I was like, "You got it." So I did that, booked that, kind of got that sorted, man. We're going to be out there in Vancouver. It's going to be fucking awesome. I'm very excited. April 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th in Vancouver at Rick Bronson's House of Comedy with Trix, the comedian. So if you're out there in the Vancouver area, I know some of you guys are, please come see us, come hang out. Also July, I'm going to give you a little July sneak peek. July is a pretty big month for me. It's my birthday one. July 5th, we're going to be in Hawaii with Matt. July 7th, Nerd Gang, Cesar Molina is getting married. July 7th in Hawaii. It's going to be a hell of a week in Hawaii. Then July 11th to 12th or 12th to 13th, Maine and Montreal, Canada. Going to be in Montreal, Canada, the 13th or the 12th of July, and then July 17th and 18th. Matt has sold out 2 Madison Square Gardens, and he asked me to be a part of it because July 18th is my birthday. So look, if you guys got friends and you guys got some people, we still have a few tickets for the July 18th, my birthday. Come get them. If you know me, if you're a friend of me, if you're a fan of mine, get tickets to that. Maybe even get your get your boyfriends, your girlfriends to buy you tickets. Say, "Please, this is all I want." And that's all I want. So please fill that motherfucker up. It's going to be a great month. July is going to be such a fun fucking month for me. July 5th, we are in Hawaii for a week and a half. July 7th, my good friend, old Cesar Molina, is being married in Hawaii. It's going to be beautiful. And then July 12th or 13th, I can't remember exactly. Like I said, we'll be in Montreal somewhere in Maine, in Montreal with Matt. But Montreal is going to be fucking incredible. It's the only big city in Canada I've never been to. And then July 17th and 18th, we are in New York City at Madison Square Garden, performing at Madison Square Garden. We are the biggest thing in New York. That's what it's going to be. It's going to be fucking incredible. So that's where I'm going to be. Please go check online for Vancouver, Rick Bronson's House of Comedy. And like I said, we still got a few tickets left for July 18th. And if those sell out, man, we might even add a July 19th. 3 Madison Square Garden shows. Matt's trying to Harry Styles that shit. I'm going to be there. Come see your boy. That's where I've been. It's all into the show, guys. Here it is. Storyville Episode 11's beginning. This is going to be the throw to end all throws. That was great. Yes. Quote of the week. Quote of the week's the thing I've been doing. I really, really like it. This one is from a comic named Lily Tomlin. She's an old school comic. Some of you guys might know her. She says, "I always wanted to be somebody, but now I realize I should have been more specific." I love this quote because it's basically saying, look, you could be somebody. It's the dream, right? To be somebody, to stand out, name, not just a face in the crowd. It's a really good song. I always wanted to be somebody, but I realized I should have been more specific. And what that is I think, I'm dealing with that right now. These 3 months have been awesome, but I've been trying to be so many things. I've been trying to take on so much. And I realized that there's 3 things that have always been important to me. I have a thing where I talk about do the winning move. So every day, what's my winning move? To make sure I nail my comedy, my health, and my relationships. It's the 3 things. I almost forgot them because I'm trying to get back to them the last few days. The last few weeks, I've been getting away from it. So I'm just coming back to every day. If I nail comedy, okay? If I nail my health and I nail relationships, those 3 things every day. So what do I do? No order, right? But those are the 3 things I got to make sure I give time and effort to every fucking day. And that's it. And comedy is whatever I have to do for comedy that day. If it's the podcast, if it's stand up, make sure I write, right? If I booked something or I have an audition, make sure I just do that. Don't extend yourself to more than you have to. Okay, those 3 things. Knock out those 3 things by 1 o'clock. I want to make sure those things are scheduled or done, right? By 12 even. That way the rest of the day, if I have other things I got to do, oh, that's right, you got to pay this bill. That's right, don't forget, you got to go. But I know by 12 or 1, all those 3 things, I know what they look like for the day. So I always wanted to be somebody, but I realized I should have been more specific. It's so good because it's so funny because it's right. You can spend your whole life trying to be somebody, but you really got to focus in on who that person's going to be. And I've done a very good job and a very bad job of that the last 3 months. So I'm trying to get back to that. So as Lily Tomlin said, I always wanted to be somebody, but I realized I should have been more specific. Be more specific. Be more intimate, right? Be more direct with the things you want, right? Shed all of the excess fat. It's been a lot of that going on, man. So health, relationships, and comedy, okay? Because those 3 things will make me the best person I can be because I got to do it for me. Those 3 things make me happy. Those things make me feel better. Every day I feel centered. I feel good, right? And now I don't let myself down, but also I don't let the people in my life that rely on me down. I don't in my relationships, I don't let my friends down, right? In comedy, I don't let the people who've hired me now. I didn't sell 0 fucking tickets, right? What could I have done to sell more tickets? That kind of shit. And then my health is me. Because my health is when I have kids, when I have a wife, all that kind of stuff, when I have whatever relationships may have in the future, is every day do I look and feel my best for that person to where I can get and be the person they need me to be. For myself and for them. Don't let anybody down. So I realized I had to be more specific. I love that, Lily Tomlin. I always wanted to be somebody. I just realized I had to be more specific. Let's see if we can get another good throw. These are getting pretty good. It's time for sports. Sorry, nerds. But it's pretty short this week because it's March Madness. It's not like going on. Stanley Cup playoffs are coming in reach. But March Madness is coming up, and I don't really care. I grew up in Louisiana. I grew up in the South. We had basketball, right? But we had baseball, we had football was our thing, right? March Madness, we never really had teams too. LSU was in it every once in a while, but we never really had teams that were heavily involved, so I never really watched it. And also, people make March Madness into like a fantasy sport kind of thing. They build their brackets, they bet, all that. I never really bet on sports. I never really played fantasy football. I've tried. I like sports because I like watching it. It's the one time I don't have to fucking stress about anything. Even my favorite teams, I'll watch and I'll get involved in that kind of thing. But even then I'm like, I get better at just kind of calming down and watching the game and enjoying sports for what they are. So when you're like, all right, well, do you want to that's why I don't get people like, I know you love sports. I know you just want to watch sports. How about if we made them stressful for you? That's what sports betting, that's what fantasy football is to me. So I never really watched them. So that's why I never really got into March Madness. But if you do, get your brackets ready. March Madness is coming. It's going to be a hell of a... March Madness is always crazy. It is. Yeah, sports. Super short this week. You're welcome, nerds. On to personal story. I see I'm throwing it too far. I just got to be... I realized we've been rolling today. We've been rolling. I told a little bit of story about Texas, and there's a story that somebody sent in about different names for different like sex positions, and I just didn't. I was going to talk about that. We're going to do it, but I didn't feel like doing that. I'm going to drink my Brew Shockalaka. I'm going to plan my week. Me and Zach are going to talk some business, and I think that's all she wrote for today, guys. I appreciate you hanging out with Storyville as always. Please go check out the Storyville merch.myshopify.com. Please send in your stories. We didn't have enough stories. You guys, same people keep sending me stories. I cannot keep using the same people. Please send me stories. Randomness. People, send me stories for fuck's sake. Don't go anywhere. Okay, man. So yeah, that's the episode. I was going to talk a little bit more about some different stuff, but I decided not to, because, we talk so much. It's already a long episode. And me and Zach have an idea about what we want to do for now and going into the future, right? We want to start getting a Patreon going, get some subscriber growth, that kind of thing, and see what you guys are really interested in. You're also not sending me enough stories, guys. I can't keep using the same stories. Send me stories from different people. If I say send a story, if you think even for a second you might send a story, you have my number. Text me. If you're on Facebook, text me. Just message me. Just get it. I would love it to go to @StoryvillePod. Keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it simple. Send me stories, funny stories of your life. I can't keep using the same people's stories, guys. Damn it. But yeah, that is our episode 11. Thank you so much for hanging. As always, go check out the merch at storyvillemerch.myshopify.com. Please send in your stories. We are nothing without your stories. Well, that's not true. I'm most of it. But your stories do help. We need your stories. We need you. So please send them in. You guys are such an integral part of this. At Storyville_pod on Instagram. That is our show. Thank you so much. Thank you to Zach. I'm Alex Cureau, guys. Thanks for hanging. See you next time. Bye. Everybody, bye.